We begin in that quiet, confusing space between what your mind knows and what your heart can actually feel. You're successful, self-aware, and likely a guide or helper to others. You are fluent in the language of inherent worth. You know, intellectually, that every human being is profoundly worthy. And yet, when you turn that gaze toward yourself, you feel it, the void, the level hum of hollowness, the persistent, exhausting question, if I know I am valuable, why can't I feel it? This is the central paradox of the modern spiritual woman. We are fluent in the language of worthiness, but we are internally blocked from accessing the feeling. We feel disqualified from the very truth we teach. For years, we chased the feeling through achievements and relationships. When those evaporated, so did the feeling of value. What if the reason you can't feel valuable isn't because you are broken, but because you are operating off a flawed foundational assumption? The fundamental revelation is this: you are not missing worth. You are missing the manual on how to access what has always been yours. You don't need to build it. You need to remember it. Let's dismantle the engine that keeps you exhausted, the lie of earning. You are caught in the performance paradigm, the belief that value is a response to effort. We were taught early on, you are such a good helper, you are so smart. This trained us. To be seen, I must perform. This learned condition is why you experience high-functioning anxiety. It's the exhaustion of trying to fill an infinite, sacred void with finite human effort. This conditioning led to a profound internal confusion between two types of worth. The first is conditional worth, the lie that says, I am valuable if I succeed, I help, I stay busy. This is an unstable, borrowed state that requires constant feeding. It's a perpetual treadmill. The second is inherent worth, the truth that says, I am valuable because I am. This is an eternal, unchangeable state. It is the peace of knowing you are whole, regardless of what you do. Your high-functioning anxiety is your nervous system screaming, the conditional system is collapsing. It's the deep exhaustion of trying to build the ocean with a teaspoon. The real reason you can't feel valuable is that you have been trying to earn a truth that is only accessible through remembrance. The specific pain you carry is the wound of access. You hold the truth of worth in your intellect, but you cannot integrate it into your feeling and emotion. The two systems aren't communicating. This gap is the real source of the ache. It began through the neglect of reflection. We learned that visibility was a response to effort, not simple presence. So our core self learned to stay in hiding. The deepest root of this wound lies in your nervous system. We trained our systems to associate performance with safety because it resulted in external validation. Now, when you try to sit still, what happens? Anxiety spikes. Stillness feels like emptiness. Silence feels like danger. Inner peace, therefore, doesn't feel like rest. It feels like a state of maximum exposure. This is why you can read all the books, know all the principles, and still not embody them. Let me speak this truth directly. Nothing is wrong with you. You don't need fixing. You need translation. You need a system that teaches you how to bridge the gap between your knowing mind and your responsive body. The pivot point is radical. Stop asking, how do I earn my worth? And start asking, how do I access the worth that is already my birthright? This is the missing manual. There are 3 essential shifts required to move your worth from an intellectual concept to a deeply anchored, felt truth. Shift 1 is the redefinition of value. We must replace the old programming. The old loop says, my value is dependent on external outcome. The new loop of remembrance says, my value is dependent only on my existence. A powerful practice is to take a notebook and draw a line down the center. On one side, list every condition you currently place on your worth. On the other side, write the truth of your inherent self. Sacred, eternal, whole, beloved, enough. Every time you feel the striving kick in, gently guide your attention from the lie back to the truth. Shift 2 is anchoring the truth in the non-conditional body. To make worth stable, we must anchor it in the one part of you that is always present, your breath and your center. Whenever you feel doubt spike, activate the pause of remembrance, a 3-second somatic interrupt. Take one deep, slow breath, and on the exhale, focus on your center. As you exhale, say the shortest possible truth. I am here. I am safe. I am worthy. This simple act, repeated dozens of times a day, is the act of rerouting your neural pathways. You are teaching your nervous system that stillness is not danger. Stillness is the home of your unshakable worth. Shift 3 is knowing the truth comes first. The truth of embodiment is this. Choose the knowing, feel the peace, and then the feeling of worth will follow. When you wake up feeling heavy or doubtful, your feelings are screaming, you are unworthy. You simply acknowledge the feeling, but you refuse to let it define the truth. You acknowledge the emotion, I feel unworthy right now. That is valid. Then you access the knowing through your anchor. This feeling can never change the truth of my inherent worth. Inner peace arrives when you realize you can be in emotional chaos and still be rooted in the unshakable truth of your value. We have moved from the exhaustion of the lie of earning to the gentle power of the path of remembrance. You now have the real reason you couldn't feel valuable. It was never a problem of worth. It was a problem of access. The moment you choose to operate from the knowing of your value, the external life you were striving for will simply follow. You don't need to be fixed. You just needed the translation. And now you have it. If this message resonated deep in your bones, then I want you to take the next sacred step with me. This journey of lasting, embodied worth is the focus of my weekly Radiant Self-Worth transmissions. If you are ready to move from knowing your worth to living it every single day, I invite you to subscribe to the channel right now. Join our shared awakening energy and never miss a transmission. Click the subscribe button below. And for those who are ready to dive deeper, I have prepared a beautiful, exclusive written reflection on this work. You can access this by joining my newsletter. The link is in the description. You are so welcomed here. You are safe. You are found, and your remembrance has only just begun. I will see you in the next transmission.